So Dean Huijsen is set to join Real Madrid, and I made a video about this. I said that he is a fantastic talent, and I don't even think you guys understand what type of talent is joining Real Madrid. So let me give you a quick rundown on who he is. He is 19, he plays for Bournemouth, he's Spanish and he's Dutch, and he has played in many countries. He's played in England, he's played in Italy, where he played for AS Roma, Juventus, and he is a fantastic talent. He has dreamt of playing for Real Madrid. His idol Sergio Ramos. He's very tall, and he is the future of centre backs. But let me just talk about the criticisms that people have given Dean Huijsen. First of all, they say that he is slow. They say that he's slow, he's not really an intense player, he's not fast. But I would kind of disagree with that, because if you watch the Premier League is a very intense league, and he's balling in the Premier League. So what does that say about him? That says that he is kind of on that level. It shows he has the Premier League experience. Now, I will say, not all Premier League players that come to Real Madrid play good for Real Madrid. I'm just saying that. But there have been quite a good amount. We've seen Lassana Diarra, Luka Modric, Gareth Bale. The list goes on. Hazard, I think, is one of the only players that came from the Premier League that has been disappointing. Rudiger also came from the Premier League. Let's not forget these things. So I think that is the only criticism. Oh, you can also say that he's young and he's inexperienced. But we already knew that. That is why Real Madrid are going to invest into this young talent. So now that we got that out of the way, let us talk about what a fantastic talent and what he's going to bring to Real Madrid when he joins up. Because if you didn't know, if you've been living under a rock, well actually, I know many of you guys don't know, and if you don't know, it's not a problem. Because you don't have to watch every single football in the world. You don't have to watch Bournemouth of all teams. Matter of fact, I only learned about him about a month ago. And the fact that so many teams are interested in him, Chelsea, Barcelona, PSG, and now Real Madrid. He's wanted all over the world because they see this guy as the future. And Xabi Alonso is a big fan of him. Xabi Alonso wants him in the team. And you know, about a month ago, before Xabi came in, before Carlo got sacked, Real Madrid kind of were in the race, but they were out of the race. They actually decided they're not going to sign him. But since Xabi Alonso came in, they are now signing him. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy we didn't pass out on this talent. But enough of me speaking like this. Let's talk about why and what he adds to Real Madrid. First of all, insane ball playing. He reminds me kind of like a Barcelona player. He's very good on his feet, very good passer. There sometimes he even drifts into midfield or even into attack. His crosses are great. Everything ball playing wise is so good of him. And for a player of his age, he's the future. Like, he's just so good, and he's balling like this in the Premier League. His passes are great, runs are great. And then that also gets us to his threat in the air, his presence in the air. Headers are fantastic. He has scored headers against almost every team. Or not almost every team, I'm just kidding there. But he scored against Manchester United. He is just very good in the air, and that is what we need in Real Madrid. If you've watched Real Madrid this season, we are no threat in the air. Sure, Mane, Rudiger are the only two players that I believe scored for us from a corner kick. We are dead when it comes to the air. Dean Huijsen, if we bring him in, he's very tall. He will add that to Real Madrid. Another plus that I can give to Dean Huijsen is his Spanish, and Real Madrid need more Spanish representatives. I said this in the last video I made about Dean Huijsen. He's Spanish, and that is a big plus. We have a lack of Spanish representatives. If you look at the Spanish national team, it's mostly Barca players. It always has been. Matter of fact, I feel like Dean Huijsen is a Barca coded player. If you put him in Barca right now, he would cook. He would seriously cook. And that is why I'm happy we're taking him away from Barca. He's similar to Arda Güler. If you had to put Arda in Barca, he would perform. So we kind of hijacking that. We're taking Dean Huijsen on a release clause. 60 million release clause. It's a bargain. It's a bargain. I don't care what you say. It's a bargain. We need to take this opportunity, and that is what Real Madrid are gonna do. They're gonna sign him on his release clause. This is what we've been hoping for. But let's not skip out on the most important thing of his game, which is his defending. Listen, I think his defending is quite decent. It's not, world class, but it can get to that level. under Real Madrid's managing, playing with experienced players like Rudiger, and even playing with other young centre-backs like Asensio, this guy's gonna improve. And I won't even be surprised if he ends up starting next season. I won't be surprised if he starts over Militao, over Alaba, maybe even over Rudiger. That may be kind of a stretch. But even if he can't play centre-back, this guy has some defensive midfielder properties that Real Madrid can look into. And you know, for him to join Real Madrid now under the perfect manager for young players, Carlo Ancelotti was not the manager for young players. Matter of fact, he probably would have benched Huijsen if Huijsen joined while he was still the coach. Xabi Alonso focuses on youth development, player development, and he's a fan of Huijsen. He's also a fan of Arda Güler. He will bring the best out of them. I've heard Real Madrid are also gonna probably bring back a former Real Madrid player, former Manchester United player, and current Benfica player, Álvaro Fernandes. That is also a spectacular talent that we are going to make a video about in the future, but I'm excited. I'm excited for the future. I can't wait to see Huijsen and Asensio play together, and I can't wait for him to change up our defense, because if you look at our defense, it's terrible. Look at that Barcelona match. It is so bad. We have the likes of Lucas Vázquez leading our defense. We have Alaba, who is far from his best. We play Tchouaméni at centre back. We have Fran Garcia at left back. Our defense is not great at the moment, and with these reinforcements, with the Club World Cup also coming up, I'm looking at this Club World Cup, I'm looking at the time zones, and the time zones, because it's in America, it's going to affect, first of all, where I live. I'm not going to be able to watch some of the Club World Cup matches because that happens at 2 a.m. This is the problem, and I'm telling you, when the World Cup, which I believe that happens in America as well, for the Europeans and for where I'm from, which is Africa, we are going to suffer. We're not going to be able to watch some of these matches, and it's terrible. I think America, which isn't even a football country, America is a soccer country, then American football country. This is not good for the viewers. If we sign Huijsen and Álvaro in this time, we're gonna cook in the Club World Cup, and maybe we can even win the Club World Cup. And he also adds to our young core. Our young core has kind of been on the fringes in a way. Most of our young players are injured. Camavinga's injured. You know, most of our young players are currently injured or out of form. But I'm telling you, in the next 5 years, we are going to be having conversations about Dean Huijsen being possibly the best centre-back in the world. And listen, if you disagree with me, tell me there in the comments. And also another thing, if you do disagree with me, you are going to see this guy play. And once you see him play, matter of fact, I think you should go watch some of his Bournemouth highlights. Or maybe even just wait for him to play in the Club World Cup. He's a massive signing, a big asset to the team, and I'm excited for him to join. But if you enjoyed, smash like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Peace.